We're just about to cross the bar. It's now Thursday and we're still stuck here. Suddenly we had a gale warning for Bass Strait. So it's going to be well over a week. And it is very beautiful here. Man, some days just... Well, after 60 miles, we're just about to cross the bar into George's Bay. We're across the bar. Now we're navigating the channel past the training wall. I have to stay close to the training wall coming in through this part. Not very far off the rocks. Now we're coming up to the first of the two starboard marks, marking shallow sandbanks on our right. Now we're over the shallowest part now. plenty of water here, just a matter of following the channel markers. A return to civilization after over a week at sea, and we'll be looking forward to pre-provisioning. What do you reckon, Tim? Food and coffee?
That sounds pretty good. Hope you're making me sick.
Commercial fishing boat going past. So we're just on the last leg into St Helens now. Got oyster farms on the right, and maybe you can't see it, but the town is just nestling on the side of the hill near that grassy green clearing. That's where we're heading. Well, we've had a fantastic week and a bit from Hobart, across Storm Bay, through the Denison Canal, up past Maria Island to the Bass Strait Peninsula. We've had stunning anchorages and some great hiking, and now we're coming into St Helens and looking forward to some creature comforts on the land. Before we set off for our crossing of Bass Strait to Eden in New South Wales. Well, we got to St Helens on last Sunday. It's now Thursday and we're still stuck here. There's a huge high pressure system sitting over the east coast of Australia. The whole series of lows colliding with them at the bottom end, pushing endless northerly winds down over Tasmania. And of course we're trying to go north across Bass Strait. And so far we've been unable to leave, and we're probably not going to be able to leave for quite a number of days yet, so it's quite a long stay here, and this is quite extraordinary weather patterns at the moment, so we're a bit crippled. Yesterday afternoon we were fortunate to be able to get a berth on the jetty, which at least allows us to get on and off the boat when we want, and so it gives us a little bit of freedom to move around. And this is a fishing port. This is the recreational side of the jetty here. There's some interesting sights to be had along the wharf. Some quite fascinating. And others rather puzzling, to say the least. Right, to sail down in Tasmania this time of year, and especially attempting to get to the mainland, does require a great deal of patience, and at times that patience can be worn a bit thin. So the good thing about being on the wharf now, this concrete wharf, this is the recreational boat side that we're on, the other side's commercial side, is that at least we can go off and do our own thing, do a bit of wandering, a bit of walking. Oh, that's the commercial fishing fleet over there on the right, and just in the top left of the picture at anchor is a 60-foot Davidson ketch. They left Hobart the same time we did, just a couple on board, and they're also waiting here somewhat forlornly, a bit like us, for a window to get across Bass Strait. I'm on the commercial wharf now, just having a look at some of the fishing boats. I don't think they could get any more pots on there if they tried. This one seems to be the big daddy of them all. And over here we have a somewhat more modest enterprise. How they actually work, I've got no idea. And there's a very pretty little yellow one. How cheery is that? Interesting helm station there, throttle and big gear levers. Caught a few stubbies. Good on them. And there's Ocealis over there on the recreation dock, towering over all the other boats. But of all the boats that are in the harbour here, I think this one might be my favourite. Skipper's Fish Shop. The weather patterns are very unstable and keep on changing, and just when we think we've got a chance to leave, the window closes. Yesterday morning we were up at 6 AM all ready to depart, checked the weather once more. Suddenly we had a gale warning for Bass Strait. We decided to pull the pin just as well, because later in the day we checked the weather forecast, and at the north end of Flinders Island, around about the time we would have been there, it was 35 knots gusting 40, and that would have been on the beam. It would have been horrendous, and so yeah, it was really good that we didn't go. So it's going to be well over a week, at least not until next Tuesday, when we may have a weather window to leave, and that's life, that's sailing. The situation is, more time has gone by and there's still no prospect of getting across Bass Strait. A lot of time to kill, so there's no hire car service in St Helens. I phoned the taxi and the taxi's out of business, and in desperation I tried to hitchhike to Wineglass Bay. Well, I did eventually make it, had to walk the last 3k, and now I'm just on the Bay of Fires coastal walk, and yeah, this is Grant's Lagoon. No doubt it was named after me. Well, I thought it would be easy to hitchhike in Tasmania, being such a friendly and more old-fashioned place, but it wasn't. But eventually I was at the roadside stop where the RVs go to dump their toilets and collect their water, and eventually an old fella who's camped somewhere up the beach stopped to get some water, and I think he felt so bad about driving off and just leaving me there that he gave me a ride. So otherwise I don't know if I would have made it, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get back. Well, I never really expected it to get anywhere today, but goal achieved. I have actually made it to Wineglass Bay, believe it or not. It's a beautiful bay, lovely white sand and blue water. Just a bit of a shame that it's so cloudy, but hey, it's winter. So I think I might barrel along up this beach, heading north, see what we can see. It's the Bay of Fires. It's supposed to have lots of really nice granite rocks with orange lichen on them. Oh, I've just met a lovely couple who are doing some beach fishing at the north end of this beach now, and they've offered me a cup of tea later on at their house and a lift back into St Helens. So hey, I'm laughing. Now I can enjoy the rest of my day, whoops, knowing that I'll be able to get back to the boat. And it is very beautiful here. I'm really enjoying it. Whoops, we'll just make a quick jump across there. And yeah, about to head up some of these beautiful rocks and have a look. What a gorgeous place. So glad I made the effort to come. What I find this place is some of the headlands have beautiful vegetation communities as well, mostly casuarina. There's quite a lot of bird life. I've seen blue wrens, scarlet robins. Not entirely sure where I'm going to end up. I'm trying to get to the next beach, but Stefan told me it was pretty tricky to get all the way. Well, that's the next beach over there. It's looking pretty promising. What a gorgeous place. The sand is unbelievable. So I made it. I'm absolutely stoked. This was a completely impromptu day. No transport, no plans, no idea. Found this incredible place. No one here. And the sun's come out now. And yeah. Oh, and back in Wineglass Bay, I've got a cup of tea and a ride back into town waiting for me. Man, some days just, you know, if you don't get out there, never experience it.